Hello and welcome to HITC Sport, and yes, Christmas has come early. 2 videos from me in 2 weeks. What a surprise! Although to some it would be a Christmas nightmare where all you wanted was a PS5 and instead your mum got you a packet of mints and some top trumps. But for those of you that like top trumps, I'm here. I've got my Great British Bake Off deck. Victoria Sponge, the best card in the game. Let's have a bloody game, shall we? It's time for the rebrand. It's HITC Top Trumps. Right, obviously not. That would be a bigger nail in the coffin than the only guy on the channel leaving the channel. But it's the dawning of a new era on HITC Sport, and the more things change, the more they stay the same. So here's Admin Jim with your latest weekly news bulletin. Here's what's going on at HITC HQ. Right, so starting with me, ladies and gentlemen, I am back. Sort of. I'm going to be doing one video every week as we tackle the muddy waters of the new era of HITC. Come rain, wind or snow or an illness that actually is making it quite difficult to talk, my voice keeps cracking, I will be here every week with a video on HITC Sport. After my departure last year, I am back. I mean, I didn't really go anywhere. I was still working for the same company. I needed a break. But we're back now because of circumstances beyond my control, and I am back once a week. Now is the time to cheer. Never mind. But as I say, it's a new HITC Sport. It's a different HITC Sport. Christ, my voice is terrible. I've got to do this for ages. Why did I say I would do this? Anyway, we met with first new guy on Sunday. Thank you to everyone who left nice comments on that video. Some of the feedback was absolutely lovely. Some really nice comments for the new guy. He's going to be back. I think he's doing another video tomorrow, so you're going to get more of him. Again, if you left a nice comment, thank you very much. And even to the people who left a bit more constructive criticism, I think that's how we'll put it, thank you, because that's the only way we're going to know what's going to work, what we need to improve, how we're going to better ourselves. So thank you, all in all, to you. If you left a comment, if you didn't, just ignore that. You know, at the end of the day, this was this guy's first ever video for HITC Sport. I think it was pretty good for a first attempt. I mean, Christ, it was a lot better than mine and Michael's first video. The first video we ever did together got took off the channel by our boss after half an hour. He thought it was that bad. And then we did this.
Hello and welcome to HITC Sport. I'm Michael, this is James. Welcome to Piegate. So, some fat lad ate a pie and we're discussing it. Why?
Because he had to resign.
Why is this all over the media? Like, who cares? He ate it wasn't even a pie, it was a pasty.
Piegate, man, that was peak football YouTube. I didn't understand how we didn't go viral there and then. But anyway, I think when you compare our first videos to the new guy's first video yesterday, I mean, Christ, we had the energy of Xherdan Shaqiri in the Liverpool midfield, and that is not a compliment. So you're going to be seeing more of this new guy in the coming days, the coming weeks. Like I say, I think his second video is coming out tomorrow, so look out for that. I'll leave the formal introductions to him, what he wants to be called, some things about him, some interesting facts. I'll leave that all to him because, I'll be honest, I don't know much. But I mean, first things first, those sunglasses there, he's like a young Liam Gallagher, just without the now terrible singing voice and years of drug abuse. Oh, that might actually be the case, I don't really know. Probably best not to jump to any kind of conclusions just yet. So as I've said about 2 or 3 times now, he'll be back, and we've also got 2 more people debuting HITC, I think, this week. So look out for that, and as always, just be kind to them, you know, give them a warm HITC embrace. You know, these are people, it's their first video, just, you know, have a bit of understanding, be nice to them. If you've got some nice compliments, whack them in the comments below. If you've got some constructive criticism, a bit of feedback, put that in the comments too, because as I say, it's the only way we're going to improve, it's the only way we're going to get better. But if the only thing you've got to say is, this isn't the Irish guy, just don't bother, because obviously it's not the Irish guy. Where have you been the past week? The bloke said he was leaving, he's got to do his own thing, so why would he be here? What a moronic thing to say. If you're not saying something nice or something constructive, just don't bother saying anything, because to be honest, you just come across as a dick. And the only dick I'm interested in is Florian, a defender who used to play in Germany. But now the admin's out the way, I suppose we better talk about the football, shouldn't we? And where better to start than Chelsea versus Newcastle, a game headlined as the sports washing derby that ended with me screaming at the telly because once again VAR had failed me like my physics teacher in 2010. The game was settled by Kai Havertz, which just proves that football is scripted, because realistically, he probably shouldn't even have been on the pitch at that point in time. Honestly, you get less coherent storylines on Corrie compared to the Premier League. The German forward was booked in the first half, but probably should have seen red as he attempted the biggest flying elbow you've ever seen to Dan Burn, a man the size of the green giant that used to try and sell you sweet corn. Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank said it was naughty from Havertz, which is what you would say to your toddler when he nicks too many biscuits, not when he makes another man bleed, for goodness sake. I mean, look at the size of that egg on Burns' head. You could poach that and have a banging brunch with it. Bit of toast, avocado. It would be lush. Christ, my voice hasn't gone this high since I was going through puberty. Yes, you do need to jump with your arms when you're jumping for the ball. That's not being disputed. But I mean, look how high his arm is. There's no way that's just using your arms. It's as if Havertz was trying to get Vince McMahon's attention and get himself a match at this year's WrestleMania. I mean, Christ, if Logan Paul can get a match with Rey Mysterio, should have his place on the card for Kai Havertz. And Lord knows he might need it since Chelsea could be out of business within the next few weeks. And the mad thing is, this wasn't even the worst decision. That came in the second half when the referee gave a corner, despite Trevor Chalobah fouling Jacob Murphy once, twice, 3 times in the penalty area. Chalobah was pulling on Jacob Murphy's shirt so much, you'd think he wanted to join the Magpies. Just wait until the summer, okay, like everyone else, Trevor. Come on, be civil. He tripped him too just for good measure, and the referee gave a corner, despite the Chelsea man not even touching the ball. So let's just break this down. VAR is there to look at clear and obvious errors, but determine that this wasn't something the referee needed to have another look at. That's despite making a clear and obvious error. He gave a corner, for Christ's sake. He literally made an error. But no, VAR protected the big boys once again, and Chelsea robbed a victory as if it was the 2012 Champions League final all over again. Although this time, Roman Abramovich wasn't running around with a trophy at the end of it because of obvious reasons. The Chelsea-Newcastle game wasn't the only Premier League game with questionable refereeing decisions, which takes us to the sunny south coast where title-chasing Liverpool beat Brighton 2-0. Luis Diaz gave the Reds the lead, and he was nearly decapitated in the process. I mean, I wouldn't have flung my head in like that if I was him, but that's because I'm a chicken. But then again, maybe I'd think differently if I... Oh no. 2 seconds, my washing line's only gone and bloody collapsed. Sorry, anyway, where was I? I think I probably would be a little bit more brave, just like Luis Diaz, if I was getting paid hundreds of £1,000s a week to do a job, but apparently HITC don't have the budget. At the time of the incident, I tried to play a bit of devil's advocate and say that it wasn't red because Robert Sanchez was just trying to make himself big. If he'd saved it, everyone would have been saying what a great save by Sanchez and toasted him as the new Peter Schmeichel. But who was I kidding? The Spaniard came flying in like the Japanese bullet train and clad into Diaz so hard he nearly sent him back to Porto. I mean, how on earth VAR decided that wasn't dangerous play is beyond me. In fact, I think we've got live footage of what happened when it went to VAR. Have you done today's Wordle? I can't get it. Oh, hang on, Dino's ringing me. Oh, Mike, what's the crack? We getting on the pace tonight? Wait, you want me to check this goal? What, is it crossed the line? Well, did you do the buzz thing like it normally does? Well, aye, then it's a goal. Check for offside. Oh, 2 seconds, let's get it up. Mate, it is so tight. There's no way I can draw a straight line. My hands are still shaky from last night, man. Right, 2 seconds. He's onside. Just give the goal. Right, I'll see you later. Oh, what? Check for a foul. What, mate, we can't send a Brighton player off literally after they've just conceded. They'll be absolute hell on, man. You've already upset them enough. Why do you like being public enemy number 1, Mike? Come on. Right, just go have a wander over and just check if he's breathing. Right, he is. Right, let's just crack on then. The more cards you give out, the more paperwork I've got to do. Right? Yeah, I know what you're saying. But Mike, at the end of the day, this game's on BT Sport, so no matter what decision you or I make, Peter Walton's going to agree with it, so it's gravy. Let's just crack on. Right, I don't want to hear from you at all for the rest of the game, right? I'll see you later on, Mike, right? Stay out of trouble, you bloody tinker. And people say I can't act. Now to the battle for Premier League survival, because to be honest with you, I can't really be bothered for a Cristiano Ronaldo love-in. Yes, he did really well. Yes, it's great he scored a hat-trick. Yes, I made a weird noise when he scored his first. But let's just leave it there, okay? Roy Keane was more focused on some of the lads wearing gloves in the warm-up. I swear Harry Maguire could sneeze and it would piss Roy Keane off. Oh, why is he sneezing? Got a cold? Just get on with it. Your immune system's got to be stronger to be Man United captain. It's embarrassing. That little skit would have been so much better if we had someone with an Irish accent. Right, anyway, now the relegation zone. Sorry, that went on a little longer than I expected. Anyway, Everton fans, sorry, I don't want to be knee-jerk, but yous are going down. The only way I can see Everton surviving is if the teams below them don't pick up any more points. At the minute, Frank Lampard's side don't look like they could beat a bunch of pensioners who need to be put down for their afternoon nap before they tune in to Countdown. The Toffees look so doomed, and I'm getting massive Newcastle in 2009 vibes, and that is not a good thing. Big club, massive fan base, big egos and a load of mercenaries who were plummeting towards the Sky Bet Championship. Although then it was the Coca-Cola Championship, it was the Fizzy Pop League. At least you could have a laugh about that, couldn't you? When you look at the fight for survival, it's probably between 5 clubs now. Brentford I think are safe, or they at least will be with a couple more wins, but things look a bit more comfortable than they did a few weeks ago for the Bees. So really, it's anyone from Leeds downwards, but then again, the scenes inside Ellen Road on Sunday were incredible. Jesse March was buzzing to see his soccer boys get the 3 points. It's a result that could galvanise their season, and it's also a result that means Norwich are probably going down. But then again, I think we all knew that was true as soon as they sealed promotion back to the Premier League. Yes, they've made a little bit of a fist of it under Dean Smith, but just like Thanos in the Avengers, it's inevitable. I feel like we're probably saying the same thing about Norwich 5 years ago on this channel. The more things change, the more they stay the same. But while Norwich just repeat history year after year, things are changing at HITC. Christ, that segue was seamless. Get me on primetime telly. I'm back once a week. We've got one new guy who you met yesterday, he's going to be back tomorrow. And we've got 2 more guys who are going to be making their HITC debut this week. So look out for it and be nice. But for now, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a long time since I've done a video like this. Appreciate you tuning into it. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Drop a like on it if you liked it. Share it, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, I will see you around.